Hare Krishna. Welcome to Hare Krishna News. Our news for the day is TOVP Daily Tour Diary, Day 100 to 102. Day 100. Arrival in Detroit, Michigan, Farmington Hills, TOVP presentation. On Friday, June 26, they arrived in Detroit, Michigan at the home of Temple President Jagadguru Das and his wife Radha Devi Dasi, and were served the most wonderful varieties of international cuisine at lunch. The TOVP presentation had been arranged for that evening in Farmington Hills, a suburb of Detroit, at a large temple building recently purchased by the devotee community there. 200 devotees and congregations were expected. They arrived to a packed temple where kirtan going on and quickly set up the displays etc. and began the presentation with the Abhishek of the Padukas and Satari. Radha Jivan Prabhu and Jananivas Prabhu spoke to the devotees, many of them were from local South Indian communities, about the TOVP project and importance. The pledges began to come within a short time. Almost $210,000 was pledged. Prasadam was then served to all the Vaishnavas. Day 101, Devasadan Temple, Detroit TOVP program. The history of the temple is known to many, and within the history lies the seed of vision of Srila Prabhupada, Temple of Vedic Planetarium. As the story goes, as told by Ambarish Prabhu at all his TOVP presentation, he joined ISKCON in Detroit, which is the center for car production in the US. His great-grandfather was Henry Ford, the founder of the Ford Motor Companies. He was sitting with Srila Prabhupada in his room in the temple with several other devotees, and they were discussing the Mayapur project. He had just financed several $1 million, lot of renovations to the newly acquired Fisher Mansion, now Devasadan Mandir, on Srila Prabhupada was extremely pleased with the result. Srila Prabhupada then told to Ambarish and asked what he thought of the Mayapur project. Although not knowing anything about Mayapur as a dedicated disciple, he replied that he thought it was a very good idea. Srila Prabhupada then spoke his famous and prophetic words, "So you can help finance." This stuck deeply within Ambarish's heart, and he carried them with him ever since. Thus the Detroit temple represents the most important aspect of the roots of TOVP project. The presiding deities are Shri Radha Kunja Bihari, Gaurnitai, and Lord Jagannath, Lord Baladev, and Lady Subhadra. On Saturday, June 27th, before the evening TOVP presentation, they had a tour of the Devasadan Mandir, formerly the Fisher Mansion. It was a huge mansion, one of the largest and most unique in the US at the time, with pure gold embellishments on the wall throughout the structure, each room presenting a different international theme with appropriate structural designs and carvings. They ended with a visit to an original diorama created during Srila Prabhupada's time. After the tour, they were taken for a lunch program at the home of Nitya Krishna Prabhu and Nitya Kishori Mataji, attended by the TOVP team including Ambarish Prabhu and Swaha Mataji. When they arrived at the temple for the TOVP program, the special presentation room was filled with devotees chanting the holy names, and the crowd increased to almost 300 during the evening. An Abhishek was performed for the Padukas and Sitari, and the TOVP presentation began after a heartwarming introduction by Jagadguru Prabhu, the temple president. The TOVP spoke to all the devotees, and special feeling arose in everyone's heart because of the closeness of Devasadan Mandir to the TOVP project. Pledges started to coming in, and devotees started becoming ecstatic. In the end, $1.6 million was pledged by the assembled devotees, after which prasadam was served. Day 102, Houston, Texas, TOVP presentation. On Sunday, June 28, they arrived at ISKCON Houston at the home of Advaitachandra and Kalasuddha Prabhu. They are leader in the US of Bhakti Vrksha program, helping devotees all across the country to organize their efforts in his regard. Their home was like Vaikuntha. Every inch of wall space was covered by either photo of some deities or guru, or picture of the Lord in one of his incarnations. Their Panchatattva deities were cast from the leftover metal used for the original Panchatattva deities in Mayapur. The TOVP presentation was the same evening, and they rested before heading over to the temple. The Houston temple is a magnificent temple recently built and inaugurated. Although the deities Shishirada, Niyamada, some of the largest Radha Krishna deities in the world, have been there for many years. Two sets of Gaurnitai deities are present, all along with a large Govardhan Shila. The temple quickly filled with 300 devotees and congregation members. After the Abhishek of the Padukas, the TOVP team again included Swaha Mataji and Ambarish Prabhu spoke earnest about the TOVP project, inspiring everyone to make large pledges to help. The devotees met the call to help with almost $1 million pledge, and prasadam was then served to all the Vaishnavas. This ends our news for the day. For more news, keep watching Hare Krishna News. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel ISKCON Desire Tree for more spiritual videos. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.